This is an embarrassing moment. This is an absolute truth. I'm sure we've all been caught short in embarrassing moments, and this happened to me way back in 1980. Absolutely true story. I was invited over to Japan by Korg Keyboards to see a whole load of new keyboards that they got, and they flew me in, and I arrived in Japan, and the big boss, Kazi, lovely people, wonderful people, still do lots of stuff with them. They're great. This is in 1980, and I arrived there, and they took me out for a meal. I love Japanese food. Now, back then, I was very fond of sake. I was in my drinking days. And they introduced me to cold sake, which is in like wooden boxes. It's actually in square wooden boxes. And that is lethal. If you think the warm stuff's bad, this stuff is lethal. It goes through you like a Ferrari. And I had loads of this at lunchtime, a load more than anybody else did, plus all the food. And they took me out around the shops as a group of them, about 15, and they took me down to the place where all the electronics are sold, which is like a big bazaar type of place. So I'm walking around, and as I'm walking around, I can feel this sake and all the food going through me, and desperate for the loo. And they had a translator. There's only one translator. All the rest all spoke Japanese, and they're all little. I mean, I was looking over everybody's heads, sea of heads. And I said, excuse me, Junko. Junko was the translating lady. I said, please, could you tell me where the gentleman's trying? She said, oh, we want to go to the toilet. I said, yeah, please. She said, we can't go back to a hotel. I said, no, I don't think I can make the hotel. She said, only 2 minutes away. I said, I know, I don't think I can make that. Okay. She said, well, you'll do your Japanese toilet in the middle here. I said, okay. And we all marched, so 15 of us, because they will follow you. Oh. So you go. And what it was, I went in this sort of like door, and I went through, and it was like, it's really weird. And so you go through this like little sort of beads and things, and there was the hole in the floor, like the old French ones with the 2 footprints either side. I thought, oh, well, desperate really. So took the old trousers off and put them to one side, put the foot in there, and you've got like little bars you hold on to. So I'm holding on, and I realise I'm looking at people. Hundreds and hundreds of people, because this has got no roof. It's right in the middle of the bazaar, and of course, they're all 4 foot nothing. I'm 6'3". My head's over the top. And I look down, and there's all the cool keyboard people, plus hundreds of others all going, oh. And you can't duck down. There's nothing you can do because you're holding on. So you just sort of like, hello, hello, hello. And as I mentioned before, it was not a pleasant little episode that I was going through. And it could have done with the roof on. It could have done with lead-lined walls, actually, did that. And I came out, and it was really funny because the big boss of Korg said to Junko, the translator, he said, and she went, lick. And she went, lick. I said, yes. She said, President of Korg Keyboard want to know, are you all right? I said, I am now, thank you. And all the while walking around, the people get going, oh, he's a man, look over the top. And I was horrible, oh, the pool, wonder what happened to Tigger, And anyway, it's got nothing to do with these 2 pieces that I'm going to finish off with. Probably my 2 favourite pieces of the Beatles that I can do in the style of other composers, and that's Help, which I do in the style of Sanson, and Alan Rigby in the style of Prokofiev.